I'm just about to head over to the park for a little bit. I'm gonna do some reading and a little bit of journaling just while the sun is out. It was so cold last week, and I basically just stayed inside and had crazy seasonal allergies. I think I thought I had a cold, and I told you guys about that. Turns out that was just seasonal allergies. Feeling a lot better, and after last week of just sitting in my house, sniffling in the cold, I could really use a little bit of vitamin D. So I'm just gonna go chill in the park for a while, and yeah, like I said, journal, read. This is the book that we're reading for my book club, Milk Teeth by Jessica Andrews. I'll be honest, I don't like it. I really don't like it. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm only 52 pages in, but I just find the dialogue so unrealistic. I feel like I am being such a hater, but for example, there are a few lines in particular that have really just made me roll my eyes. Okay, here it is. So this is the protagonist, or the narrator is describing a conversation that she's having with a man that she's seeing, and she's talking about how she likes to go swimming in the public pool, and he says, "It's nice to think of your body in the water, held by all that blue." Men don't talk like that, and quite frankly, nobody talks like that. And it really just makes my skin crawl. Anyway, maybe it'll make for a really fun book to discuss in the book club. Maybe it'll be really polarizing. Maybe some people will love it. Maybe other people will feel the way that I've been feeling. But yeah, I gotta get through it. And I'm sorry if you really like this book. I'm sorry. I'm so judgmental, and I'm very, very weird about dialogue and like dialogue being hyper realistic. I am a freak. So I'm sorry if you really like this book and you were offended by that. Okay, anyway, let's go sit in the sun. Okay, I've read like another 15 pages of this book, and if I'm being honest, if I didn't have to read this book for my book club, I would DNF it. I do not like it. I just think the trope of like women being, or just anybody being so afraid of commitment and just like not admitting what they want and not letting themselves have a fun fling or like a fun relationship because they're afraid of being vulnerable. I just think it's so tired, and it screams very like, I'm a cool girl. I'm just like, I love being by myself. I'm so independent. I'm not buying it. And I just don't like it. Sorry. I'm just about to leave the house for the afternoon, and I'm gonna go over to a patio that I'm hosting an event at. Actually, okay, it's technically I'm hosting it, but it's a silent reading or crafting event, and so it involves very little hosting on my part. I basically just have to go there and I sit and read. But stuff like this always makes me nervous, and sometimes I don't really know how I get myself into it. Like, I love my book club and I think it's really fun, but just the fact that I am the host of it kind of makes me nervous. And then with this event, it's very low stakes, low pressure, but just being the host is kind of nerve-wracking, but I think it'll be fun. I don't know who's coming other than a handful of my friends, which will be really nice. So if nobody shows up except for them, that's okay. Hopefully a bunch of people will come though. I really don't know. You never know with these things. But yeah, I'm gonna bring this guy and my notebook so I can maybe just take some notes. I've just kind of been writing in this book. But because I haven't really been enjoying it, I haven't been writing anything very nice. And I am gonna lend this to somebody in a couple of days, so I kind of feel bad that they have to read all my really grumpy notes, but anyway, whatever. I'm wearing overalls because whenever I have to do something that makes me nervous, I just wear a really comfy outfit, so I'm just wearing my big overalls. This is just a bodysuit. It's like a pointelle kind of bodysuit. Bag. Not sure about my shoes yet. Maybe just my Plasticana, my jelly shoes. I'm about to leave the house and watch lesbian lube wrestling with some of my friends. And if you don't know what lesbian lube wrestling is, it's exactly what it sounds like, actually. I feel like it doesn't really need an explanation, but I'm just eating some cherries before I get picked up. And they're so good. Oh, the silent reading event, it went very well. A handful of people came, which was great. We all just chilled and read in silence. Actually, some of my friends, we were kind of being a little bit yappy, but we had a lot to discuss. But for the most part, we read. I ate some snacks and drank some little drinks. And it was a very nice afternoon. I've been having a good day. And I hope you are as well. And I hope you have some cherries in your life. I got really hungry after lesbian lube wrestling, so I panicked and I ordered an entire shawarma platter, and I'm really excited to eat it. There's very good hummus. It's so smooth. It's crazy. A little Greek salad that's always kind of underwhelming, but fine. And then rice and chicken, and it's covered in tahini and something else, and then a bunch of pickled radishes, which are kind of my favorite part, actually. Amazing garlic sauce, and then this fun bread, and I'm going to devour it. It's so good. I think it's been going well. I feel like this one's gonna be fun. Because I'm also gonna film at the cabin. Please.
Oh my god, I'm naked.
We'll cut that out.
Yeah. I didn't know. I thought you were done. You just keep yapping, don't you?
I finished The Emperor of Gladness last night, and I have so many feelings about it. All of them are positive, which is rare because I'm really picky. I feel like I'm not ready to let this book go. It was almost 400 pages, and it's really kind of a classic slice of life book where you get super immersed in one character or kind of a handful of characters' lives for a very short period of time, and you feel like you get to know them so well. The book, I don't think I've explained what it's about to you guys, but it's basically about this character. His name is Hai. He comes to meet this elderly woman. She's Lithuanian and she has dementia, and he basically becomes her home care aide. Although he has no experience being an aide, they just kind of come to an agreement that he'll live with her and take care of her and make sure that she's taking her medication. And they sort of build this just beautiful little life together. Kai gets a job working at a fast food place that kind of specializes in making Thanksgiving food, which is my favorite meal. Like turkey, or I guess in the book it's chicken. They make roast chickens and mashed potatoes and gravy and cornbread and like really, really comforting food. There's so many amazing descriptions of the food in the book that I just really loved, and it made me really, really hungry. So it's about Hai, the elderly woman, and then Hai's coworkers at the fast food place. It's so much more, but I don't really want to give anything away. So good. If you want, just like a really sweet slice of life book. It's also quite sad, but yeah, if that's your thing, you should pick this up. I just really, really love Ocean Vuong's writing, and I've read everything he's ever written and also just listened to so many interviews with him that I kind of feel like at this point I can pick out the elements of his books that are autobiographical, which I think is kind of exciting as a reader. When you can tell that an author's life is really informing their characters and their writing, it's such a unique reading experience. I think it's also so unique to find an author who is living and quite prolific. Ocean Vuong writes a book every few years. I also think that's kind of rare. I think other than Sally Rooney and maybe a handful of other authors. Well, actually, when Eliza Clark puts something out or when Miriam Taves puts something else out, then I always read them. I don't know, then there's authors like Donna Tartt that I love who don't put books out for like a decade at a time. So when you find an author that you love, I just think it's so special when they're actively writing and really prolific. But yeah, I'm so happy that I read The Emperor of Gladness. It's so good. I just think Ocean Vuong is so talented and so well spoken. He just interviews so well. Because I just finished the book, I'm gonna go and listen to a bunch of his interviews about the book and his writing process because I just can't get enough of him right now. I'm just packing up a bag because we're gonna be spending one night outside of the city. We, as in me and you and John, are gonna go to my family cabin, and I don't really get out there very often. It's not a cabin that I grew up with. My parents bought it when I had moved away from home, and then I used to always work summers because I always worked at restaurants and I have to work on weekends, and so I've never really spent a lot of time out there, but this summer I'm going to try to head out there a lot. But yeah, we're just going to do one night at the lake and then we get to spend all day tomorrow there. So I'm just packing up some pajamas. I'm gonna bring maybe 2 bathing suits. I don't like wearing a bathing suit when it's cold and wet. This is just my Oddly swimsuit, plain white tank top, which I think I'm actually gonna put on now. My fake tan might stain it a little bit, but that's okay, whatever. It'll come out in the wash. These shorts, which I'm also gonna put on right now. I just feel like they'll be more comfortable for the drive. A sweater for nighttime because it'll probably get a little bit cold. And then some overalls that I wore to a bonfire last night. We'll probably have a bonfire at the cabin and these ones are already a little bit smelly, so bring those. My second bathing suit, my You Swim brown swimsuit. I'm bringing this book, Perfection, by Vincenzo Latronico, and Cult by Peter Forshaw, and then just some toiletries.
Joni, I'll see you tomorrow. Love you, Stinky. Love you. Are you excited to go?
Very excited, yeah.
To the lake? No, come back. I need to get in the car.
I just got back from the cabin yesterday and it was so nice. I just wish that I'd had a little bit more time out there. Only one night is not enough, but this summer I'll have a lot of opportunities to spend like up to a week out in the woods, so that'll be so nice and chill and just a very good way to recharge, and I'll obviously film all of it while I'm out there. Yeah, I think I should probably wrap up the vlog now because it's getting a little bit long, but I'll talk to you really soon and I hope you're having a really good day. Yeah. Bye.